Hello, welcome back to another training video on force fetching with J Bull Moose. This is my husband and I's 1-year-old chocolate lab. We adopted him in June, so we have only been working with him for a few months on duck hunting. He's our second dog, but he's our first dog that we have been dedicated to special training. We are following Duck Dog Basics by Chris Aiken. And the force fetching has been so far the hardest thing for him to understand. Once I started applying the ear pinch for pressure, he fell apart. Like, just fell apart, throwing a tantrum, trying to bite my hand when I'm pinching his ear, falling on his back, not wanting to get up or listen, especially when I try to set the bumper on the ground like we're doing here. This is actually great progress for him. I know it's kind of cigar-like out of his mouth, but this is really good. So when we were struggling a couple weeks ago, I called Chris because I was like, I need to know what to do here because I am at my breaking point. I'm getting upset. I'm frustrated. And Chris's advice was to, give him less space, get him so he can't avoid me, that he can't try to get out of the truck. So my solution was to get out 4 leashes, and I tethered this guy up in a compass position, and we just started working and working. But it was still a bit of a struggle. So we tried to move to the ground a little bit. That didn't work, so we went back to the truck to minimize the space that he could move around. There's a funny picture coming up here of him tethered completely in the truck. And it was quite comical. Here he is, all tethered up, so he can't go nowhere. It was, like I said, very comical, but it helped a lot to reduce how much space that he could move around in. Here we're down to the ground now. I don't know what cosmic effect took place in the last 48 hours, but he came out Tuesday morning, so yesterday, and just started doing everything with little resistance. I have not had to pinch his ear in 2 days. When he needs correction, just a motion toward his ear, and he's correcting right away. Also, this steadiness that we're seeing, the willingness to stay put, the holding it in his mouth, that was something else we were struggling with, is he was just spitting it out right away, where I couldn't even get my hand on it. I was reaching for it, but I couldn't get my hand on it without him spitting it out. So, again, I don't know what happened or who is looking out for us, but this guy clicked in the last 48 hours, and I just cannot believe that it happened, because as I said, I was very close to giving up. I was frustrated, and I wasn't having fun. I don't think anybody was having fun, but we're getting there. We're starting with short little retrieves. He gets distracted by the grass because he's a grass eater, but he's getting it. He's a really good dog. Like I said, we just adopted him 2 months ago. Before that, he wasn't in a bad home. He just wasn't getting any training. So really, he has come so far in the 3 months that we have owned him. Not even a full 3 months yet, really. But he's learning to learn. I'm learning how he learns. This was a great retrieve. He did very well here. I didn't have to follow him to the bumper. He's understanding, go over there, get it, bring it back, sit down. And what's really helping him learn, and this might be controversial, I'm not sure, but to me, I found it important to figure out how my guy was going to learn. And that's treats. I'm sorry. He is a chocolate lab. He is food motivated. He will do anything for snacks. He loves his treats. So maybe that's what it is, because in the last week, I have implemented treat rewards after, walking, doing the obedience training, and then on Monday is when I implemented the treat rewards during force fetching. So maybe that's what has changed his mind. But he is doing so good. I mean, look at this steadiness here. I can walk away from him, I can walk past him. He is holding that bumper, waiting for me to come back and get it, and most importantly for him, get his reward. Still a little lazy, still likes to lay down if I'm taking my time walking around. I don't think he fully understands what I'm out there doing yet, but he's getting it. We're going to have a great first season with him. He's going to do really well, even if it's a little choppy and not polished. We don't know his bloodline. We don't really know where he came from. So he's not going to be a hunt test dog, but he is going to be a great bird dog. I can see it already. So thanks for your support, guys. Yes, a cheering of excitement. This was another great training session. What are you doing, numbnuts? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to keep following his journey, make sure you like and subscribe. We will be hitting the duck blind soon.